If you would have told me 5 years ago that I would be making mountain bike videos and getting paid to do it, I wouldn't have believed you. In this week's video, we're going to be talking about how to get your video business to the place that you've always dreamed of. I think one of the most important steps in achieving your dream is being able to see what that dream looks like before you're actually there. For me, I wanted to do outdoor adventure work, and this was everything from mountain biking, rock climbing, expedition hiking, all this sort of stuff. And I wasn't sure exactly where I'd end up within this sector, but I knew I wanted it to be the focus of what I was doing. And really put that in my mind that this was the path that I wanted. The first step in getting to where you want to be is making sure you believe in yourself and that you are thinking and talking about yourself in a way that will bring you closer to your goal. So whatever that might be for you, make sure that you're visualizing it, you're talking about it, and you're internally believing that that's who you are going to be, because it's so important. The next step to having the career you want is going to be landing clients in that sector. And the first thing they're gonna do is probably go to your website and look at your portfolio and your show reel. Now, if you've just started out, you probably aren't gonna have a lot of material in there. So it's really important from the beginning to start building that up and really have that foundation of quality work that once somebody finds you, they can see that you have proof that you can actually deliver the task they need done. For me, I started to do little YouTube shorts, basically little 60-second videos that I could start to hone my skills, whether I was out on a boat sailing with friends or I was doing a hike. All these things I started to utilize as opportunities to start capturing video and start telling stories that were in line with what my dream was. And while these projects were often not great, I was still learning how to craft a story, learning how to capture shots that were interesting. It really helped me move my idea forward of what I wanted to be doing. It helped me hone the gear that I was purchasing so that I was basically more prepared when a real job came to me. And it also started to build out my portfolio and my show reel. Doing those personal projects and those free projects is a really great way to start moving yourself in the direction of the work that you want to be getting paid for one day. You know, if you don't have any work to show that is basically proof to a client that you can do what they need done, then how can they know that they want to hire you? How can they feel like confident that their money is going to be utilized well? So take the time when you're starting out to start building up that portfolio and try different things, figure out what your niche is, figure out what you like to do and what brings you happiness, and then pursue that. It's a great time to just explore. When a project doesn't have any budget associated with it and no specific timeline, you can do some of your best work because it's just pure creativity. You don't have to be concerned about deadlines or do I need to cut this part out of the job because there's not enough budget for it. Just do stuff that makes you happy and gives you the opportunities to learn how to work with your camera better and how to tell better stories. The next step that made a really big difference in how I thought about myself as a creator was naming what I was doing. So I started to refer to myself as an outdoor adventure filmmaker maybe about 2 years ago. This was maybe 2 years into my process of being a filmmaker, and I started to feel confident enough that I could say this is what I do. And once I was to that point, it raised this level of confidence in me that allowed me to approach people and actually pitch ideas to them. Or if people reached out to me, I was prepared to say, yes, this is what I do and I am the right person for this job. If you're not thinking about yourself as that professional, how can you expect another client to do that for you? So when you're to the place where your work feels like you're ready to start taking those clients on, really refer to yourself as that dream career that you want. Don't refer to yourself as just a videographer if you want to be an outdoor adventure filmmaker. Whatever it is that you're reaching for, call yourself that, put it on your business card, and when you're introducing yourself to people, you'll just exude that confidence to them and they'll believe in your abilities much more. And leading off of that is networking and collaboration. I've talked about this before on the channel, but working with other people is one of the best ways to grow your business, especially within a certain niche. As soon as I knew that outdoor adventure is what I wanted to do, I started to put the bug in different people's ears that this is the type of work that I wanted. And before I knew it, A friend of my partner actually introduced me to Mark Matthews, the mountain biker that I work with quite regularly, and we just started working on some personal projects basically just to see how we worked together. And that led to us doing projects for Marin Bikes, and that's led us to doing other projects together and even starting to pitch ideas to clients that 4 years ago I would have never imagined I even was contemplating working with. Another really great reason to network and collaborate with people is it's going to actually increase the amount of work that you'll get. Maybe a client approaches somebody and they don't have the time to complete a job, or maybe it's closer to where you live. They may refer you because they know that you can complete the job well and you're an enjoyable person to be around. And that personal reference to a client is going to just be pure gold for growing your business. Nothing beats having somebody speak highly about you, even if you have a great portfolio. A recommendation is so much more important to really verify that you are a good person to work with and that you can complete a job successfully. And it's a two-way street. You're going to be referring clients to people that you've met. They're going to be referring clients to you. So having those relationships where people can really stand behind you and believe in what you do is only going to benefit you. And it's also going to give you a pool of people that you can pull from if you need second shooters on a job, or you need somebody to shoot behind the scenes, whatever it might be. That simple opportunity of meeting a new person and figuring out if you work well together, you just can't ever know where it's going to lead. And I think it's the biggest piece of the whole pie that's going to get you closer to those bigger clients and some of those jobs that you would just have never thought would be possible become possible. So use me as a bit of an example. It is totally possible to make your dream job if you put the time in and you have that motivation to work on it on a regular basis and a commitment to being successful. It does take the time though. It's been a process for me of about 4 or 5 years of really putting this work in. And I just feel like I'm starting to get to the place where I am a professional in this field. There's always more to learn, but approaching those bigger clients is less scary than it was just a couple years ago because I've put in that work and have built up a portfolio that shows that I can actually accomplish what I say I can. I hope this video is helpful. I really just want to help push all of you towards reaching your dreams because it is totally possible to get there. If you have the drive and the commitment and you're really passionate about the work you're doing, people are going to notice that and people are going to want to work with you. Just make sure that you're ready when those moments come by having that show reel together, having that way that you speak about yourself and speak about your business ready to go, and make sure that you have people to collaborate with around you so that when the bigger jobs come, you have people that you can call upon to support you. I'd love to hear what has worked for all of you. Where were you at 5 years ago? Are you closer to your dream job? And what steps did you take to get to that place? Drop down in the comments below where you were 5 years ago and what you're doing today. I think it's really exciting to lift each other up and be able to help one another reach our dreams. So with that, I'll see you all in the next video. Get out there, make something beautiful, and I will see you soon. Peace.